Post-match interview here at the Eyrie following today's 5-2 win over Northwood. Dave, first win in 4 games for us, but we're actually unbeaten at home in 5 now, so we're obviously going in the right direction. I thought the game at times was a little bit chaotic in the fact that we started really well. First 15 minutes we were excellent, and you're thinking, yeah, we're going to go on and win this game comfortably. But we've had quite a few games like that this year where it's not really panned out like that, and we found ourselves behind, but we've showed good resilience to then come back and eventually get the 3 points.
Yeah, I can't argue with any of that. I agree with you. We did start well, and then we kind of switch off and we start giving it away cheap and going long, and the first 20 minutes I thought we controlled the game, and some of our playing and movement up high up the pitch was outstanding.
It was quite funny because I was obviously tweeting on the game, and after I think I put on 17 minutes with some of the stuff that we were playing, I was thinking, yeah, we're looking back to our old selves here,
yeah. And
then for the next 10 minutes we were absolutely hopeless, yeah. And you're thinking, well, where's that come from? And then we find ourselves level, and then ultimately behind just after half time.
Yeah, and that's really what I went and had a bit of a go, and I pulled, and named 2 or 3 players that I didn't think were doing it. One in particular, we were just inviting them back onto us all the time. And some, I don't want to go in there and have goes if I fucking help it, but it's been twice in recent weeks, and I said to you before that it was Skip, but it's been a couple in the last 2 or 3 games. And to be fair, in both them games, response has been great. Look, we feel sorry for ourselves a little bit, I think, at this present stage. The good thing is, behind us on the bench today was, we had Hunty back, we had Billy back, we had Lee back, we had Temi on the bench, who's been in the side for the last couple of weeks, and Luke, and we had an experienced bench that you felt if things weren't going our way, we could turn it around with them players. As it is, we turned it around before we used any of them. The first goal was poor from allowing the cross to go in, and the second goal, again, was just poor by us. When you think that we feel that Fish and Loz is potentially our best centre-half pairing, they let the guy run off, simple goal. And then, if I'm honest with you, look, we have to be honest with you. It was their defensive error to allow us to get back into. Well, not that's. I'm giving you rubbish there. Jordan gets a great goal. It's a great headed goal.
It's a really brave header.
Yeah, great cross from Charlie, and then they switch off, and they'll be in the same boat as us. They're going, because I thought as an attacking side they were really good, and defensively in the end was their frailty. And
it's quite interesting because I was just talking to Cherry in the bar about it, and we were sort of comparing, let's say, Northfield and Northwood sort of similar positions in the table. I felt from an attacking perspective, possibly Northwood were better than Northfield, but defensively Northfield were actually better than Northwood, I thought, and the fact that I didn't think it was a day for the defences played a part in us being able to turn the game around.
Yeah, well, of course, Northfield, and again, Skip's in the change room, but Northfield played really 5-5, got their one shot, Northfield, and stuck it in the net, and then being bottom of the league, were going to work like mad to hang on to it, which they did until, death. And today, Northwood were trying to take some time out of the game, but it was an opportunist goal. It was a great cross from Charlie. It's a real bravery, because, listen, Jordan's what? 5'8", 5'9", he's no height to him, but we'd got him down the middle, and he's brave, and he's instinctive, and he gets the leveller. And then from them being in a position to sort of, try and hold on to the result, it's then we're in the ascendancy, and then they're kind of probably caught between a rock and a hard place as to how they play. And within seconds, we're 3-2 up with just a sort of a long ball that Laurie runs onto. It's allowed it to bounce 3 or 4 times for him to pick what he wants to do.
Yeah.
And from that was their undoing. And of course we then grow with confidence. And I don't want all the questions, and I'll let Skip talk about a couple of them. But we then go on and it's quite emphatic by the end. The fourth goal from Randy, you know, is a goalkeeping error. The last goal was a great goal, and Jordan, he's unlucky not to get a hat trick. So, listen, we've needed a performance, we've needed a result. It's a great 3 points, as you say. I always thought we'd turn it around on here with results, by the way, because we train on 3G, we like the surface. It's quite strange that we couldn't get a result on it, but I would say to you that we'll get a lot of home results, and maybe it'll turn the other way slightly. But I think we're still 2 defeats in about 6 or 7 games, isn't it? So we always felt we'd turn it around. If we could keep all these players fit, we've got them back. Pat will be back for Boxing Day. Bond is close, and the squad then changes completely different, and we've got loads of options. So.
Sorry, Skip, I've got no more questions.
That's all right, have a good Christmas.
I'm only joking. Just a word for you, Dave just touched on Jordan Brown, came in, he's obviously on a short-term dual registration for us while he's sort of serving a suspension at step 5. How did you think he did today? Obviously he's got his 2 goals, which has obviously made a big difference, but how did you think he performed on all round?
Yeah, he's done fine. I mean, it's not ideal for us to look at loaning a player for a couple of games, but the injury list is that long, and we've got goals in the team, but we're lacking a little bit of confidence. And I've known Jordan a fair while, and Dave works with his girlfriend, so we asked, he was interested, he said yes, and ultimately, his performance I thought was very good. He played wide of the 3 initially, which isn't really his position, and you could see he kept itching in the middle, and he was swapping with Randy a little bit, and we thought, let's utilise what he's got, his pace, and he can hold it up. Link up's quite good as well. And the second half, I thought he was very good. But that's the difference between a lad who's playing and scoring. I think he's something like 24 in 19, and the group that we've got at the moment are just lacking the chance. Monday we create enough chances to win that game.
I think, as I say, his goal that he took, it was a really brave finish. He stooped in the box, could have got hurt, but he's put it away. But I would say over particularly the last 2 home games, we've put a lot of that sort of ball into the box, and just either no one's got that scent to be in the right place to go and apply the finish, or just as you allude to, that confidence to get on the end of it when you're on a bit of a run like this.
I think it's just confidence, because again, he actually, even though the first half, he looked like he was going to score a goal a day. You'd have put money on him scoring a goal a day. Where others, while they play, it's just getting in front of getting in front of goal and just taking your chances. I mean, we've missed so many, but. So to answer your question, he's done very well today. He's scored 2 goals, and ultimately we've won the game. Everything's worked our way. But the performance on that second half, it would be a bit wrong just to highlight a lad who's here to help us out for a few games, because I thought there was numerous good performances out there. Pete Holmes back again, looking good.
Just take my next question again. Well done.
Yeah. And Laurie Marsh gets man of the match. Has played well. Everybody's played well. The frustrating thing is we don't seem to be playing that well for long enough periods of games, and probably the thing that's frustrating me, Dave and James, at the moment is we're playing our best football when we go behind.
Yeah.
Hadley last week was a game that we didn't really fret and go behind and played superb second half. Northfield Monday, poor game all round. They scored in the 40-something minute, and then from that on, I don't think our goalkeeper's hardly touched the ball. We've done everything. Monday, you're up against a goalkeeper that's had probably the game of his life. 2 of the saves I watched back on VO this week are just outrageous. And then when you need a little bit of luck like we've got today, the keeper spills one in the net to give us the 4-2 advantage, which I felt for him, but sometimes you've got to look after yourself, and we just needed that little bit of luck.
I just felt even when we went 3-2 up, some of our decision making at times where you're trying to. You've almost been given, as I say, we've got the equaliser, you've almost been given a leg up to go back in front, and for the next 5-10 minutes after that, it's chaos from a defensive perspective, where you're thinking, we just need to control the game, and it wasn't, I felt, until we got the 4th goal where we do feel like we've got that confidence. As I say, it might just be because of the the fact that we've not been picking up back to back victories, which breeds confidence, and then that control then comes in. But we're better than that, aren't we?
I think we are, but again, the results haven't gone our way. We've come up against size. We've come up. I mean, let's look at last week. You could look at the fact on the Saturday we should have been given an absolute stonewall penalty. I've watched that on the VO at Hadley. I mean, it must be the only person in the ground who doesn't give it. On the Monday, you're up against a goalkeeper that's been outstanding. There's been other decisions. Enfield, when their centre half should have been when we're 2-0 up, has committed 3 fouls. He's already on a yellow. The goalkeeper in that game was their equaliser was the most blatant free kick on our goalkeeper. So we haven't had the luck of the draw really. So. And it plays on our mind. So I asked you a question, we are playing like a side at the moment that doesn't seem to be getting the rub of the green, but you can't spend a whole season, so you've got to turn it around. So you make your own luck, that's the saying. So yeah, I thought today we've deserved that. I thought on Monday we did enough to win that. I thought on Hadley we did enough to get a draw. So I think, answer to your very first question, you could actually feel some of the lads felt that in Jordan Brown, we had an outlet of pace that was going to frighten the opposition, so we were going to create chances. And in fairness to Temi, he's come on. Last Saturday, I thought he was absolutely outstanding. I thought on Monday, he looked very sluggish and slow, which we've said to him. And then today, he's come on and he's done brilliant again. So people like that, it's the consistency that we need out of people. But no, we needed that win just to 3 points on the board. And like you said there now, I think we haven't lost at home for 5 games, so the momentum's with us and let's build on it.
Dave, we were just talking off camera with current results today. We're on the coattails now of the sides in and around the mid-table. We were talking about the players that are still to come back as well. We're just about, let's say, with Boxing Day's game and reached the halfway point of the season. It has been a difficult first, we'll say, we've had the FA Cup success, which has been brilliant, but it's been a bit of a struggle with on the injury front and the player availability front. But with the players that, as you've said, that are due to come back, it must give us a lot of confidence going into the second half of the season.
Yeah, if we can keep the ones we've got fit, then I say the same thing every season, but I think we have a great squad, and it's trying to keep them all on a football pitch at the same time. And you know, like you say, we've got Pat, Bondi, and Alex is probably a month away, and then all of a sudden you're for a start, the confidence goes sky high, and then you've got so many choices, and we can play the shape we want to play because we did it today, but we haven't been able to for weeks. We've just literally been putting out, we've put the shape out we can with the players we had available. And today, with everybody that we had back, to get the 3 boys come through their fitness test today was great. We put them all on the bench, but when you were just saying to Skip, even at 3-2, it was a little bit still potentially could give something away. But of course, what we quickly did was got Adam on, and then we quickly got Billy on as well. We had Billy and Adam down the right side, and I felt that then you get that experience and then players at that level, and they snuffed everything out. I didn't feel any danger at all from that side of the game. A couple of times they had a few bits in and around the edge of the box, but they didn't open us again then, and I think that's just because of the personnel we actually introduced. Those two in particular, and they're just that little bit of experience that just shuts it all down. What I liked was there was an opportunity down the left hand side they got at us, and neither Adam or Billy even put a challenge in. They just ushered everything out. And the guys, some of these wingers, they want you to throw your leg in, which we were a bit, and they go past you. Well, these two just stopped it, and that was the difference. And then of course we go and get the 5th, and it's wrapped up and done. But like I say, we've been lacking a bit of confidence. I think it will come back with the players coming back. But we have a massive game in a couple of days' time. Barton are going, they're on fire at the moment. But Barton, if they'd watched us in the last 2 to 3 weeks, would have been rubbing their hands. And the difference now is we've actually got a side to choose from, which is not a nice relief.
Just finally, before we go, Skip, obviously it's the last game before Christmas. Word for the FC followers and supporters of the Christmas period?
Well, first of all, appreciate all the committee, all the hard work that they do. The supporters, we've had an up and down roller coaster of a year. I think started this year with a 6-0 bashing at Northfield, then won the Senior Cup, which was brilliant. The FA Cup run we still talk about. So again, thank the supporters for all their support during the highs and the lows, and wishing everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
That's a good way to finish, gents. Then we look forward to enjoying Christmas first, and then we are back in action on Boxing Day before we are back here on New Year's Day, hopefully with a better result against AFC Dunstable than we did against Northfield starting this year. But yeah, congratulations on the win, gents. Enjoy your evening and enjoy your Christmas.
Thank you.